Yep, they just started. Okay. So, what do you think of the set?
Oh boy, this set, like, there's a lot of good units and forms of like big, strong units and like Shadowfang, Omega, Emperilla, right? But I don't feel like any of them is actually particularly the best here. It just feels like there's a combo of like Hellhound, Feral Warden, Infusion Grid, and Tarsiers that's gonna win. Maybe Infusion Grid Shadowfangs through Chrono Filter. Maybe that's the play you go for. What do you think?
So,
Like,
what I see is there's Chrono Filter, Infusion Grid, Amperilla, or
mhm.
Shadowfang. You do one or
Yeah,
the other, right?
yeah.
Um,
No,
I don't.
you do Shadowrilla.
Well,
Right.
you don't. They don't really mix very well.
But
Um,
no, you get Shadowfangs and then you Emperilla the Shadowfang. It's twice as effective, right?
Ampofang. So
What do
either
you think?
both players are going to get Shadowfangs,
Yeah, one
or
player is gonna
one
get
player is going to
Tarsiers.
get Tarsiers and the other person's going to try and pressure him with Shadowfangs.
Yeah, I think
Um,
that's gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen. Or
there's
both players go
also Feral
Shadowfangs.
Warden.
Yeah, Feral Warden is a thing in the set, right? How do you like Chrono Filter into Hellhound here, and then would you have like the Hellhound opening, like drone Chrono Filter Hellhound triple drone or whatever it is?
Um, yeah, I think that's good if you plan on going for Shadowfangs. I mean, Hellhound doesn't really go good with Amparilla, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think that would be good for to like start off your Shadowfang opening.
Yeah.
It's just a really strong opening, so you should use it when you have the chance. Um, what I'm wondering is, oh, he might start with a conduit. That's interesting. I was just wondering if player one, Wolven, should drone conduit chrono filter this turn. But he's going to drone Donanimous. So maybe he's going for an Amperilla.
Possibly. Um,
Hmm.
quite possibly just starting out with Animus so he can buy a Chrono Filter into like Shadowfang and Fusion Grid, right? Because if you start out with Chrono Filter, you can't actually get the Shadowfang instantly, and you have to wait 2 more turns with it.
Yeah, so he can open with Tarsier Tarsier chrono filter.
Or like, oh yeah, he can't actually get a Rhino here if he wants to do that. He would have to go Rhino Drone, probably then.
Yeah,
But I guess maybe you just lose 2 engineers, or you get Wall next turn.
yeah, you can
Wall
wall
Shadowfang.
Shadowfang next turn.
hmm
So okay.
Okay, question. Do you actually Wall, or do you still go Infusion?
Against one damage, you go infusion. It's just better, I think. Against
hmm
2 damage, you go wall.
Yeah, okay, agreed. Um, and yeah, next turn you just get like your Shadowfang, and you're gonna have 4 damage. Super happy. And then, yeah, maybe you still like, even if you get one Shadowfang, because of the next turn getting like 2 more Tarsiers, or maybe you go like single Tarsier and double Engineer, you still go for Emperilla if your opponent isn't doing enough damage. Like, even
Um,
if it's only a 3 damage Emperilla, because you're still gonna be able to go Tarsiers in the non-chrono filter turns, right? So maybe it is still stronger than just Shadowfang.
maybe you're going for like a hybrid because you started off with the Tar series, so
Mm-hmm.
we'll see.
Because like this turn you could go like you can probably go Tarsier double Engie, and then next turn you can get Emperilla. Unless your opponent venges you, then you're set.
Well, you want to get the infusion grid out,
Yeah.
so I think
And
Shadowfang infusion grid's probably
what?
better.
So Silver Spawn is definitely going for Emperilla, and with the green, it's gonna be way easier for him because of the force fields, right? So
Yeah, he could have got a Shadowfang there.
yeah.
Huh. I mean, that Shadowfang would have killed the engineer. Would have
Oh, you can
used the
actually go
red, so it
double
saved a gold.
Tarsier, double Endo, double Engineer. I thought you only had 10, like 8 gold for whatever reason. Whatever. Just forget about it. But yeah, this allows you to go Emperilla next turn, right? It's still 4 damage. Oh,
Um.
apparently I'm super quiet.
Oh. Oops. Wait. Really?
Yeah.
The.
You probably reduced my volume when you started playing music.
I think
Probably.
I thought I changed it back.
Uh,
Here, I'll just put you in.
Somebody just messaged me that I was really quiet, like as if I'm whispering and you're really loud. So,
Okay. Well, I increased your volume.
okay.
Hmm. Why does he want 5 damage next turn?
Hmm. Not sure. Maybe he just wants
Oh,
the Rhino
wall.
to,
He doesn't have a blue for wall, so 5 damage is annoying.
yeah. Plus, I think he wants, just in case he wants the extra defense, and with 13 gold, he can go Pixie Emperilla, though the Emperilla will be doing less damage.
True.
And there is Feral Warden, so
Oh, he snipes an animus. Okay.
yep, that's good. Stops the Emperilla from coming down, or a Shadow Fang. Either way, it's good. And next turn, I think we're going to see we're going to see an Emperilla from Silver Spawn probably with double force field. Would be my guess. Losing the Feral this turn.
Well, you have enough for
Yeah.
Infusion Grid Tarsier. That's pretty good. And then you have 4 gold left. You could, like.
Conduit.
4 gold isn't really enough to do much.
Maybe you go Conduit. Maybe you skip the Tarsier and just get an Animus. Maybe. Mm. Hellhound allows you to get an Animus, but I'm not sure I like it. I would prefer Infusion.
Um, they're both good. Hard to say which one's better. Um, Silver Spawn can get Amperilla next turn, so that's pretty
Yep.
cool.
He's gonna have to like double force field. Um, so it is going to cost him something. But I think it's still gonna be like worth probably in the long run. Because after that you just have to defend for a bit and you'll be doing more damage. I think it is worth it rather than like going for this. This just seems weaker overall.
You can Shadowfang Aegis Pixie.
Oh yeah, why not get Aegis?
Or
Defend 7 per.
this. Or Infusion Grid.
Yeah, that's also good. But it just I guess like the difference is like Emperilla giving buffs to multiple Tarsiers and 1 more damage right now, or the Infusion Grid. So honestly, the question is, do you think you can defend without this Infusion Grid? And I think you actually can, because your opponent can only get what double Rhino next turn for damage.
Yeah.
But maybe that's enough though. You don't have any walls next turn, so you know maybe it would be hard to defend. Do you go Tarsier Rhino more entries here, or maybe just double Tarsier and a lot of entries? I don't like double Rhino though, because next turn we probably want to go Emperilla, right? Or Wolfen probably wants to go Emperilla, right? Getting even 1
Um,
Tarsier here.
yeah, I kind of like just getting Tarsiers and then getting Amperilla.
Yeah,
Because you would have 5 Tarsiers, so that's a really good Amperilla.
yeah. Um, Maybe he just wants to go Shadowfang and Fusion Grid, so that's like his reasoning for
That's
going
also a
Emperilla.
good play.
But he would be. I think he has to leave a Rhino back in that case. Though honestly, he can leave like 2 back and still do the same amount of damage. So
Yeah, he should be. Hmm. Granularity is pretty bad. So, um, you can Shadowfang and Fusion Grid. That seems to be what he was setting up for. Otherwise, he would have not got those rhinos. He would have got some Tarsiers.
yeah. If you're planning on going Emperor, you would have definitely gone Tarsiers. Infusion like Shadowfang is also just so good that yeah, you can't say which one is better.
Well, if you only have 3 Tarsiers, then the Shadowfang and Fusion Grid's better. But if you have 5 Tarsiers, then I think Amperillo's
Yeah,
better.
then of course Emperor is much stronger. I mean, of course, if you went for double Tarsier, you would be going Emperor because that's 5 damage rather than 1 absorb and 2
Yeah.
damage. But I feel like already Silver Spawn is just in a very bad spot.
Yeah, he could not get a Shadowfang, and so he conceded, I guess. Well, he could have actually gotten it, right? He just would have had to hold back 2 drones.
I think it would have just led to a loss since Wolven still had rhinos and they would come back on defense. And like Wolven wouldn't have trouble getting another Shadowfang. They're in game 2 right now.
Yep. Oh my god. We have another Odin game with support. And we have the Chrono Comet.
Yeah. Chrono Comet. You think that's stronger than just Omega Odin? I am still too quiet apparently. Just turn me up a bit more.
I already maxed you out.
What? How am I? Just a second. This hopefully helps. Am I even slightly louder?
You're not really louder to me.
I hope. Huh. Like Celerity did also message me that I'm also still really quiet. So I don't get it. Um, and hopefully I'm slightly louder now. It's hard to say. Maybe I've just been talking quietly. I'll try and talk like a bit more loudly and it'll be fine. But yeah, do you think like Chrono Anthema is stronger than like Odin Omega Energy Matrix in this set? Like, to me, it seems like
Um,
that's quite obvious.
I I think Comet's pretty strong here. I don't see a reason why you wouldn't want um, all 3 techs because
Yeah.
there's Plexocell and there's Perforators, so might as well. Um,
Would you go for a later comet though? Maybe sync it up with some scorches?
yeah, I don't like this 15 drone Comet. I feel like that's a little too early.
Yeah. It feels like in this set it's just so easily defended and it doesn't do enough.
Yeah, there's
Unless your opponent responds with comet? What?
well, he's just threatening it. I don't, but you don't have to threaten it until the next turn, so that seems weird to me.
No, it seems like the Chrono should just be a Blast Forge.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess it allows for Doom Wall and Perforator, so that's something. And then you just go with another Blast Forge next turn.
Well,
No, this Blast
it,
Forge.
in that case, you should have gotten the chrono last turn,
I'm confused.
or this turn instead of last turn. Yeah, I don't
Why
know.
drone instead of Perforator? If you want defense, you get Perforator, right?
Yeah,
Or
and the
maybe I'm
perforator kills an
confused.
engineer,
Uh,
so that's pretty cool.
yeah. Well, it
Oh
would
no, it
kill
doesn't.
it.
Never
Yeah.
mind. It's
No, it
just
doesn't.
defense. But yeah, it's better to get the perforator.
Rather than a drone. I don't get the Chrono buy. You should have just gotten Blast Force last turn. Because yeah, now you have to like for